Hello, my dear friend, I wish you wisdom. Our main goal in life should be how can I make myself better than yesterday? And when we take a look at tarot, we have an entire book of life in a pictorial form, full of symbols, characters, and numbers. And in order to understand it, we must start to learn something new. In this video, I will not enter into explaining each card and stuff of that nature. I just want to tell you how you can use these tarot cards in order to improve yourself. The first thing that you can do with these cards is, of course, divination. But I will not enter into this subject in this video, and also on the internet you can find a lot of material dedicated to this subject. The next thing that you can do is to increase your intuition using the cards. What I like to do is to put the cards near me, and also I grab my journal. Then I just extract a card, but with the back towards me. Then I give myself a command, okay, such as I want to see the front of the card. Then this command that I gave to myself, I try to direct it to my forehead. For example, maybe you may have heard about cyclomancy. It's a book. So, for example, you think of something hot, okay, very hot. You say hot, okay, and then you try to direct that command towards your forehead, and as soon as you do that, you may notice that your head, it's pulsing a little bit, it's warm. Then if you try from the forehead to direct that warm feeling towards your hand, you'll start to feel your hand warm. So it's the same exercise that you can use in order to view the front of the card. Okay, so I repeat. You extract a card, you give yourself a command. I want to see the front of the card. Then try to direct that to your forehead. And whatever comes in mind, write it down on your journal. Then you must turn the card to see it. And you go through what you've written down on the journal, and you say yes if what you've written in there is correct, and no if it's incorrect. So I usually keep track of these things because you will see day by day progress, and also it's a great exercise that will help you to see when your mind does tricks on you and when your intuition is speaking. So per day, I use this exercise for 10 different cards. The next thing that you can do is to meditate on cards. Usually, if I have a question, I shuffle the deck of cards, then I extract one of the cards and I really try to analyze it. Also, I write down all the things that come to my mind while doing this. At first, I must say, I didn't got a thing, but as I progressed, I started to have downloads about symbols, meanings, and stuff of that nature. So, meditating on each card can give you beautiful insight based on your question or life in general. Okay, so relating to questions. I think I will go crazy if I hear this question one more time. How can I get more money? Look, if you ask that question, you already said about yourself that you are poor. I don't know why people don't understand this simple thing about life. If you have 2 coins on your pocket and you want more money, you must give 1 coin away. Throw it on the street. Give it to someone, but don't keep it. Sigil magic, spells for money and stuff of that nature, yes, they will give you a sum of money that you'll waste eventually. I mean, if you want to do sigil magic for money or money spells, I really recommend you that amount of money that you received because of your money spell or sigil magic, throw it on the street. You will become more abundant only when you give. Is that simple? I got a little bit fired up, so sorry about that. Okay, so the next thing that we can do is to improve our ability to visualize. I must say, since I was a child, I never had a problem to visualize certain things. But although I may have, so to say, this skill, there is still room for improvement. The next exercise that I like to do is to extract 10 cards from the deck and to look at them really well. Then I try to visualize them arranged in a circle around me, floating. And while being in this visualization, in my mind, I try to flip them around and to see how much detail I can visualize from each card while they float around me. Tarot cards are very rich in symbolism that you can learn about. Each card tells you a story. Also, I read a lot, especially occult and magic information lately. I did it in the past also, but back then I didn't understood, so I didn't practice anything. I was reading here and there some books. Okay, so when I started to look into tarot, I read a lot of material. But you know what I didn't observe in any of those books that I've read is that the position that each character has in the cards is a little bit overlooked. A few years ago, I was very interested into a subject which is the art of seduction. And you must understand one thing. The way you sit, walk, your body movement is really important. When you sit down, for example, you have a certain geometric shape. The way you stand, it's a clue for you to see if you feel happy or not. Your way of standing, okay, shows you that, or shows somebody else. So, when you look at a certain card, you can imitate the position of the character, okay, that is placed in a tarot card. This will give you a certain state. So now you are taking the role of the character that is placed on the card. So this helped me a lot to understand a little bit better what these cards are telling me. Okay, so it was also a way for myself to have a little bit more control of certain aspects of myself. In the end, I just want to say this: the greatest magic that is out there is that of changing ourselves. That's all. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful day.